Hello, and welcome to Orion Spirit Point. How are you in this gorgeous day and this continuation of the adventure and all of this? Yeah. So there's a couple different things this could be. So I just did a members video for the explosion of the inner child. So I'm still kind of bubbling with that, but I feel like this will be it'll be a divine masculine initiation video because there's something coming into form with that and something that really needs to be expressed. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So continuation from the last one. And where this is kind of coming in is and that feels so important actually, how when in the last kind of video we talked about how we were reestablished this place of safety in this continuous evolution and where both collectives may not have been safe or expressing that and seeing all of this and coming back into form. And one of the things that was very interesting, because there's two different templates, actually. Well, no, we'll go into that way. So the one thing that was presented to me in the energies was the unraveling of the bandages. And it felt very much like Osiris to me. So like the Osiris template seems to be coming in. Ooh, okay, there's the energy. Well, the Osiris template seems to be coming in very, very strongly with as this continues with the masculine initiation. So divine masculine initiation. Let me catch my words. So the unraveling of the bandages. And it was very interesting to see it because it could also be the armor. So what I see and what's coming into form a lot to do with the masculine energy, and it does feel like this is happening more in the energetics, but it's something that is coming up percolating within the masculine stream en masse in the reality, because it's showing the parts of you that interact through life through that kind of guarded persona. And what do I mean by that? It's like how it appeared to me is that the bandages written on the bandages were like how you interact with life. So, like in many ways, the skin underneath the bandage is like baby skin. It's so sensitive, it's so fresh. And this armor had been put on for so long. We've had it on the body for so long throughout the time and the how we go through life, the kind of guarded persona, the protection, the warrior, the soldier, that kind of essence. But it's also like the thick skin, right? Why do you have thick skin? All these kind of expressions, but it's not actually what is the masculine expression without that is very, very interesting because this is the unraveling of it to actually allow it to sing more properly. Because this is an expression where most people would see masculine expression and masculine energy because it's a little bit more hard edged. And I mean, just if you've ever played sports, there's that kind of hard edge, there's that brotherly rivalry and all that kind of stuff. And it's not when you're taking off these bandages and the opportunity to look at them, it is not taking away that. It is actually unraveling it for its true expression without distortion and without you actually needing to protect yourself. Right? Because that's actually what we're actually doing is we're unraveling that to actually be able to fully express. So the words that were written on the bandages as you unwrap it is kind of how you interact with life and how life interacts with you. So it's like what was occurring to me is that when all the tightness, when you're wrapping up all over your body and how this has all been and the armor that has been installed and some of the screw points, right? That's how it appeared to me is that there was actually a faceplate of metal that was screwed in. And it was kind of like this how you interact with life and that stream of energy. Because to have it on grants you access to a certain amount of experience on how life meets you. So these are a lot of the common cliches, right? Of, because you're engaging in that stream of energy as it meets you. So letting it go is a whole process, because it's like, not only is this armor, it's like it's woven into the fabric of self-protection, and it was birthed from the fall. So to unravel all of it, I mean, it's hitting all these points all the way back. So actually unraveling it and letting it go is a huge process, and simple at the same time. So you can feel the immensity of it, and you can feel the simplicity of it. So it's not so daunting that you don't do it or don't continue in the process. And as this kind of unraveling continues, and the unscrewing of the face plates and all this kind of stuff, it is this soft, sweet, no, it's not, it's the wrong word. Soft is the right word, but when I said sweet, it was just like, no, that's not the true expression. I'm just like, okay. So it's this soft expression. And it is actually really interesting to see it, because one of the things that I thought was very interesting is that as this kind of unraveling continues, it was very important that the masculine energy just had its own space as this continues to unravel and express itself. So it was interesting to see that, because it was to be able to unravel the bandages and let go of the armor and let it kind of dissolve and unscrew the points and readdress how you interact with life and some of the rules of life that you have accepted that were embedded in the energetic armor that is around your energetic system, and seeing what happens after that is that it was this place of I wouldn't say solitude, but it was just this place where space was key, right? So the feminine collective, it just it just asked for space. Just like, this is a process, and it's delicate, and it's actually re-coming to your skin, because it's in some ways like the skin is, so it's your largest organ, but we're dealing with the energetic skin. So it's a lot of this, it can hold the shame, it can hold so much. So actually unscrewing everything that had been on top of it and unraveling the ramp bandages and allowing it to just see the light of the day is very delicate, very vulnerable, very naked. And also letting go of some of the old templates of the masculine system, of that kind of like, because it's not dissolving the warrior essence. I don't know if you actually can, and I have no desire to actually. But it's also looking at some of the things that have been built into it and continued, and what is the masculine expression when that's no longer present. And that is, one, so freeing, and way less weight as it continues to explode into form. So unraveling the bandages that held you together, held the masculine energy together, coming back to that Osiris template from the fall, and allowing it to come into its new form. Oh, really, really makes my heart shine feeling this as this continues. So, what does that mean in the practical physical world? Is that if you're tapping into the masculine energy, then you can actually see how this could actually be a little bit of an uncomfortable point where some of your defensive nature could not actually work anymore. And the questioning on why. That would be one expression that could definitely hit the mass collective and just the masculine in general. So, and the opportunity to go deeper as you look at how you've interacted and where the masculine energy has interacted in the energy meeting it. So I'll leave it there. And I did do the wisdom of the crocodile. That's on my website if you're interested. That was very, very, very lovely. That was diving into the primordial rivers. the primordial river, excuse me. And then I'll put a post on YouTube about the members video if you're interested as well, because that was really lovely. And if you are called to work with me in the sessions, I still have some sessions available for the rest of the week, and I'll link that down below. So, with that being said, before the lightning guys come into play, Honor, I give you a lot of love, and I give you a lot of love. Shine bright. Take care.